Hello everyone, my name is Vikrant Shirodkar and I'm here to present our special issue on MNE non-market strategy, complexities and varieties, which has been recently published in the International Business Review. What is non-market strategy? So it is basically the strategic actions taken by companies to manage their political and social environments. So the two main traditional components of non-market strategy are corporate political activity, that is efforts to influence government policymaking, and second one is corporate social responsibility, that is efforts to manage the social and environmental concerns. So MNEs face distinct challenges in developing non-market strategy because they operate in a variety of countries with different cultural and governance environments, and so they must adapt their non-market strategy in different host countries. So in our paper, which you can see on this slide, we review the research on non-market strategy of multinationals, and our review suggests that multinationals are facing increasing complexity in their non-market environment in the current time, and they use a variety of strategies which go beyond activities like lobbying, using political connections, and CSR. And then we provide a values-based framework which we believe will help companies to develop long-term performance advantages from their non-market strategy. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce the papers in our special issue. The first paper, Multinational Enterprises Non-Market Strategies, Insights from History. So this one discusses how firms have historically dealt with economic nationalism and host country hostility by gaining support from their home government and by engaging in international diplomacy. So one example is, for instance, the entry of German multinationals in the Indian market during the 1920s by taking advantage of the hostility towards British products as part of the Indian independence movement. So the second paper, the demands of populism on business, introducing corporate political obligations. So this one introduces the varieties of populism, that is anti-business and pro-business types of populism, and how these impact non-market strategy. So the authors argue that CPA in populist regimes may be seen as interventionist to such regimes' ideals, and so this leads to the notion of corporate political obligations, which the authors argue can help firms gain organizational legitimacy. The third paper, Non-Market Strategy and Legitimacy in Institutionally Voided Environments, the case of Jumia, an African e-commerce giant. So this one focuses on how non-market strategy can be used in an institutionally voided environment to build legitimacy. By using the case study of Jumia, the paper shows how their non-market strategy helped them compete with established foreign firms such as Amazon.com in Africa. And then the final paper, Investor-State Dispute Settlement and the Social License to Operate of International Business, an analysis of controversial cases. So this one explores how multinationals use legal mechanisms to dispute or challenge government policy. An example is that of Philip Morris, the US-based tobacco company, who took legal action against the government of Uruguay and their decision to demand that tobacco companies reduce the number of brands and cover 80% of the packaging with health warnings. The legal case led to several years of deliberation, which financially benefited Philip Morris but jeopardized their reputation because these countries had a high rate of smoking-related deaths. Okay, so we hope that you enjoy reading our special issue, and thank you for listening.